heir, who installed them as a lure to good Queen Bess, who nonetheless failed to visit. Had she known of the trout stream, regrettably off-limits to visitors, Her Majesty might perhaps have altered her progress up the North Sea coast in favour of making a left turn at Berwick-on-Tweed. The present structure stands on the spot formerly occupied by the Abbey of St. Brigid. Close inspection of the foundational stones reveals as well traces of Roman brickwork, such that the site is thought to have been at one time a fort. Located between Hadrian's Wall to the south and its unfinished Antonine counterpart to the north, it is difficult to determine what precisely the fort was protecting. If, bending down, we pull away the moss and couch grass concealing the ruined imperial masonry, we find here and there evidence of dry stone construction of the type used in the building of a broch, likewise a type of fortified dwelling dating to Iron Age Celts, prior to which the historical record is mute. Taken together, these traces might be seen to support the suggestion that Fayne has long been contested ground, although what its value may have been, whether strategic or economic, is lost to time. Guests are invited freely to roam the principal rooms of the house upon the filling in of a brief indemnification form. Among divers curios to be found within, of particular interest are extensive Lepidoptera and beetle collections. The surrounding moorland encompasses bog, stream, and fen, wooded glen and windy fell, lochen and secluded dell, all sure to divert the seasoned naturalist and amateur alike, as well as to reward the weekend rambler. Walkers are encouraged to keep to the paths, lest the greenest ground prove the least solid. In the event of a sudden mist, the walker is advised to remain still until such time as it should lift. Thank you for visiting Fayne House, stateless home. For the benefit of future visitors, kindly deposit this guide on the console table in the great entry hall as you leave. Part 1. Scientia Potentia Est. Francis Bacon. Chapter 1. Father, I have an idea. I was peering through his magnifying glass at the feather of a Vermifagora rubifortan. I had plucked it from amid a frowsy heap, the which a housemaid might mistakenly sweep from the desktop into the dustbin and expect to be forgiven, but she would not be forgiven. Let us travel to the nesting ground of this bird. And where might that be? A sheer rock face jutting from the sea, it forms the extremity of an unnamed archipelago in the southern Antipode and is visible at night owing to the phosphorescence of the guano with which it is liberally daubed. He squinted, took the red feather between the points of his tweezers, and applied to its quill a drop of glue no bigger than a grain of sand. Father, why is that amusing? It is not amusing, per se. Rather, in point of fact, tell me, have you been memorizing again? Father, that which you term memorization is to me involuntary. I read, I retain. 'Tis no strain to me. I say, how are the L's coming along? Oh, I've long since tackled the M's. Have you indeed, dear old Menander? Shall I fetch him now, and you may quiz me? He smiled. I fear I'm apt to be woolly-headed at this hour. Very well then, father. Tomorrow, depend upon it. I shall, of course, be delighted. Do bear in mind, however, there is no great hurry. The ancients have been with us for over 2,000 years. I dare say Mino will keep till Monday. We were in his study, he in his oaken armchair, I perched on a stool at his side. About us, on the desktop, a tableau of partially remembered birds was taking shape from the frizz of bits and beaks and bones. Here a headless robin, there a legless lapwing.